overactice. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Man up. Feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Hip and the woman come the wrong one. Yes, man. Jumping up. Jumping up.
Hey y'all, it's me, Adisa Cleopatra Rains, and I have here with me one of my students, one of my bestest friends, Miss Tanisha Lee. I have her here with me. And today we're gonna
Hey.
be talking about guarding your heart, y'all. Guarding your heart. Now listen, um, if you've been following me for a while, you recognize that I have had so many goddamn transformation. Y'all probably don't even recognize me no more. And literally, I don't even recognize my own self. Listen. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but do y'all see this shit? Like,
It's amazing.
it's fucking amazing, y'all. Listen.
All that damn growth.
Listen. I don't know. See, I was sitting up here resting. Thinking that it was a curse being a woman. Let me tell you something. You don't know how to be a woman yet. You don't know how to be a woman yet if you ain't feeling all of yourself, like all the goddamn time. You gotta feel all of this. But tonight we're gonna help you to feel yourself because every woman needs a little time where she can just feel herself. We need that, right? Now,
Absolutely.
Tanisha is one of my mirrors, y'all. She is like, in fact, my imaginary friend growing up. My imaginary friend name was Tanisha. And then this heifer came and popped up in my life and has been my sister since day one. You know that feeling that you get where you feel like you know somebody and you've never met them before, but it's been a kinship? See, I knew her in past lives. And the connection that we have is not something that's fabricated. It's something that's authentic, and it's either there or it's not there. And I have that with her. And she has been telling me since she's met me, Adisa, you know what? You need to go out here and have more fun. You don't need to be all committed and stuff all the goddamn time. She would tell me that kind of stuff. And I would talk about her. I'd be like, no, I still want to play a good girl. I still want to play a good girl. But listen, y'all, that fucking good girl narrative was not serving me. It was not serving me. And it was fucking up my abundance, and I didn't even know it.
Mm.
Tanisha knew it. I didn't even recognize it. You see, when you are not playing and feeling all of your feminine energy, see, feminine energy attracts. It attracts, right? And it attracts your abundance. And when the universe would allow me to see an opportunity to receive the very things that my heart had been desiring and praying for, the good girl narrative within me would make me reject those things. And the more I would reject those things that the universe was telling me that were there for me to receive, I would lower my vibration of attraction. Does that
Wow.
make sense, Tanisha? What I
Yes, it
just said?
does.
So I had to embrace, like literally, Tanisha, I had to embrace all of me, all the parts of myself that I had been rejecting. And my mother, my mother was such a huge block for me because I didn't like the way she displayed her sexuality and her sensuality. And here I am, her daughter, and a lot of those things had been transferred, but as part of my spiritual inheritance from her into me. And I was blocking all of those things. But I thought only about the bad things, not understanding that the inheritance that my mother gave me is for me to use how I choose to. I don't have to spend it the way she spent it. I
Right.
can use it in a more productive and a more beautiful manner. And I'm so grateful to you, Tanisha, because like if you hadn't stayed in my ass, I would have missed this phase. And this motherfucking phase is like, God damn. I'm so glad I ain't peak in high school. Mm-mm. I was jealous of them girls. You know the ones that had the big titties and shit in high school? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was jealous of them.
I
I ain't
had
know
big
though.
titties in high school.
You
Not,
was like, I
but
probably, you know what? If
let me
I had met
tell
you
you
in high
something.
school, I wouldn't have liked you.
You would love me. Let me tell you something. I don't particularly watch the L Word, but I was at my sister's house
The
and
L word. What's the L
it's an
word?
old show that's I don't know if it's on Showtime or HBO. I don't know. It's a show, but it's L Word meaning lesbians.
Okay.
But anyway, there was an episode that they had. We was watching something else and they cut a clip of it. And one of the lesbians or whatever, she was getting ready to have the sex change from a woman to a man. And I remember the lady on there, very prominent Black lady. There was all lesbians, and she told her, "Don't do it." And you know, she said, "Go and be the butchest butch ever, but don't do that." And she's like, "Well, I'm tired of this, and I want to change, and I'm really a man, and I want to really be a man." This and that. And I promise you, there was just that one line. She said, "But you're gonna miss the best, the most important, beautiful thing ever in life." And she was like, "What is that?" And she said, "Being a woman." And I said, "Hell yeah." So she was like, don't get that taken away from you. Because that's one of the best things in life. And when you wake up and realize that shit is so powerful, I know damn well I didn't want to be nothing but a woman.
I understand. You know what? You something else. You know you don't do nothing I ask your motherfucking ass to do.
What you asked me to do?
You know, right before we even got on here, I was like, "Bitch, that's not what we're gonna talk about today." And you sure enough, you came on here and talked about the very same. You, I can't stand. You better be glad you one of my bestest friends, because your ass is a disobedient old heifer.
We're
You
talking
just
about
really
guarding the
are.
heart.
Tanisha, I'm not gonna fight with you on this motherfucking thing. I'm not. Look how fucking unprofessional you got me up here looking. I gotta guard my heart against your ass. That's what I gotta do.
I'm the most loving person you ever gonna meet, and that's a gateway right into our conversation. Come through.
But now since you're saying it, listen, she right, child. That was not was something I wanted to talk about at all. But I do understand what she's talking about. When you first awaken, when I first awakened to my own femininity, I'll be honest, women started being beautiful, 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 beautiful to me. Like I thought that they were the most mesmerizing thing that I had ever seen. And because I had never had an overwhelming feeling like that regarding women, I said, well, shit, maybe I'm a lesbian and I ain't even fucking know it. So I was like, you know what? Well, fine. If I'm gonna be a lesbian, just like that woman said, I'm gonna be the best motherfucking lesbian I possibly can. I'm gonna go all the way because I'm not gonna half step nothing. I'm gonna be, yes. So I went and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a full blown lesbian, and if I'm gonna do this, let me find me the baddest fucking woman that I possibly can. And then y'all, I found her. She when I was a lesbian, my women was bad. I don't know how men
No,
like
you
all
didn't
the.
just say when I was a lesbian. If you don't stop,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
you know, you told me to catch you when you say shit.
Well, look, shit. Listen, when I'm in it, I'm in it. When I'm in it, I'm
Not
in
in
it.
it.
I, bitch, you're not gonna take my experience from me because you got an issues. Listen, I ain't had no issues. When I'm gonna say what the fuck I said. Listen, I thought I was a lesbian and shit. Is believing this is halfway it being real. So look, I felt like I was. I felt like I was until I got in a situation where you see your heart will prove you. And then like I saw her stuff and I saw my stuff and I was like, I have no fucking idea what to do with your stuff. And I'm sorry, but this is not gonna go down because I'm not a lesbian, but I had to try that shit out. When you are waking up, you're literally lost and you don't really know which way to go. You don't know which way is the most authentic version of you. And there are some women out here, Tanisha, when they have to make a choice and they're like, okay, if I want to feel safe in this world, then I'm choosing to be something other than what I came in as. And you got to respect that choice in them.
Absolutely.
Even if I do understand what you're talking about, being a woman is fucking amazing. Like, shit, it's like fucking amazing. But I'll be honest, probably the only reason why I didn't choose to be a lesbian is one is because I'm too lazy to be a motherfucking lesbian. Like, y'all, she tried to put her legs on my back, and I was like, men gotta go through this. Nah, I'm not gonna be going through all of that. So that was one reason I couldn't be a lesbian right there. But like, I do understand that once I started feeling very safe in my femininity, then it felt okay to be a woman. And I can understand women that have not gotten to that point where they feel fucking safe.
And you know, that's huge because society and everything else, our upbringing, has not made us feel safe to be women.
That's
And
true.
so to get to the place where you embrace all of that femininity, all that emotion, all of those things that they call you a crybaby for a week for all those things. And when you embrace being, it's okay to be a girl, not having to compete in the masculine world and with masculinity. Don't have to have masculine speech. Don't have to have
You know what?
masculine
I'm
stance.
gonna have to get on your ass because you know what?
Hmm.
Just like you be on my ass about Adisa, everybody ain't gonna be an entrepreneur. Some people is gonna have jobs. Listen, I understand. I understand that that being a woman is the fucking shit. I get it.
It is.
But listen, if some women don't feel safe, let them be lesbian, and then they're gonna be just fine
No,
with
no,
that.
no. But see, not feeling safe doesn't always equate to that. Sometimes not feeling safe is why there's women who stay married to the wrong motherfucker. And I'm talking about a husband.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't feel safe on their own accord to step out because he has presented himself as all their security, all of who they are. They don't know who they are.
I hear
Part
what
of
you're
guarding your
saying.
heart is you feel safe enough to be authentic.
Hey, I don't know who that is saying hey, but hey to you too. I don't know who that is. Um, Tanisha, when you are awakening, it took a
Mhm.
while for me to figure out what was authentic to me. The first thing I had to do is I had to try everything that was not authentic. That's
Right.
what took me to trying. I'm a lesbian, and then that's what took me into I'm a feminist, and that's what took me into I'm a Hebrew Israelite. That's what took me. I had to try on many things to find out what I was not. So
And
when
that's okay.
and if a person goes through that process, respect that process because they might be
Absolutely.
like, okay, this is the most me that I'm gonna feel like in this lifetime. Some people get really, really, really close to their core self, and others don't. But you got to respect everybody's journey. You got
Oh,
to respect everybody's
completely.
journey. Yeah, you got to respect their journey
Not
because
only,
if
I mean, you don't even rush it all in this, like in this particular lifetime. You may run a course of being all kind of shit, trying all kind of shit, and
that's
you may
true.
every I mean, we had a conversation before. I said, hell, I have to expect that who I was 10 years ago, who I was 5 years ago, hell, who I was yesterday doesn't exist. I evolved that fast. I changed my mind that often. I
That's true.
explore, and I think everybody should be okay with that and feel good about it.
I agree. When it came to see I put a title in and you came in with that shit I told you not to come in with, and we ain't talking about none of the shit that was on the goddamn title.
What
You
we
always
are
do
we?
this.
Where's
No,
the
you
title? I don't
always
see
no,
it.
no. You always
You
do
know
this
your
shit. You
title ain't
always
on
do
there,
this shit.
right?
Yeah, it's on there, and you ain't talking about
I
none of the
don't
stuff I'm
see it.
talking about. See, now we're gonna have to
Oh
listen.
yeah, it is. Okay, I see it. I see it now. Come on. Okay, I
Listen,
got it.
Nisha, listen. If you're watching this, like seriously, if you're watching this and you're hearing what we're saying and you're in the process of trying to rediscover you, do whatever the fuck you got to do to rediscover you. I don't care how many costumes or how many wardrobe changes, how many identity crises you got to go through until you pull off layer after layer after layer after layer until you feel the most comfortable version of you. Do that shit with all your fucking might. Do that shit with all your might because I'm telling you, but by me doing that and sinking into this level of abundance, I had to weed my heart first. You see, some people go out there and don't try anything. When they don't try anything, that field ends up being filled with weeds. See, the world will tell you what to grow if you don't direct what you're going to grow. I wouldn't let anything into my heart. I wouldn't try anything new at all. I said, this is what I'm supposed to have as a woman. I'm supposed to have a marriage, 2.5 kids, and a mortgage, a paid off house, and two cars on some land. That's what I'm supposed to have. I had all of that shit, all of it. And I did not feel like me. I felt like a fucking alien. Those weeds had turned into trees. And I had
Mm,
to take the time to go ahead and pluck all of that shit up. And I went through many stages of weeding my heart until I found a seed that I said, oh shit, this seed is worth planting more. And that's
right.
the phase I'm in now. I'm enjoying being a woman. And I do want that for every woman, but I
Yeah.
know what it cost me to even get here. It cost me shit.
It's gonna cost something. But I mean, we already seen where it says your old life It's gonna cost you your old life to get this new one. And the other thing
Exactly.
that you were saying too is sometimes you fight shit. This version of you, this acceptance, this you might have had a pre-thought about it. Call it a whole phase, whatever you want to call it, and you didn't want to go into it, but you can't skip shit. Let me put it that way. There's steps to finding who you are authentically that you are not gonna be able to skip. There's parts of you that you be like, well, I'm gonna fucking skip this urge and these feelings, and I'm gonna not be sexual, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm good luck with that shit. Because it's gonna
That's
come up
true.
and bite you in the ass anyway.
I agree. So many we are born through sex. We are born through sex, but how we feel about it and how we use it, it took me some time to even understand what kind of sex my heart likes. It took me some time to figure that shit out. Like guarding my heart, because I thought I was married, I was supposed to give duty booty. Every time I had duty booty, that was me planting a weed that was strangling and choking the life out of me.
Mm.
Now I don't even contemplate having sex unless I know I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. How I will not defile my body. Mm-mm. I will. People sitting up here talking about defiling your body is eating pork. Defiling your body is putting a penis up in you that ain't came into your temple to worship. If you gonna come in my temple worship, god damn it, it took me years to get there.
It took a while to figure out the difference between sex and intimacy.
Oh yes,
And
it
that's
is.
what I really desired was intimacy. And then I didn't even realize that having a conversation could be some of the most intimate shit. And I
When somebody,
needed it. I needed that as a woman.
yeah,
I need that.
you
I
know
had to
what?
figure out what I needed.
Right, figuring out what you need. I understand now that when a man is intimate with me, and when I say intimacy, I just mean allowing me to see their truth, even if it embarrasses them,
Mhm.
even if it hurts them. Um, that that is a turn on for me, like a mega turn on. And when they do that, I immediately, I'll be honest, the next thing I think about is like, oh, I'm gonna fuck him. That's like literally that's
But you
like
know what? Let
what?
me tell you, just how you said that is a turn on for you. Let me tell you, showing just a little bit of your vulnerability is a major turn on to them too.
Yeah, especially, you know what? Especially when you're a woman like you and I, and you can kind of take care of yourself and you
Mhm.
show your vulnerability and you show them arenas where you need them. Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a major turn on. And not
Yeah.
only is it a major turn
Vulnerability is
on,
powerful.
it is. And doesn't it make you feel so sexy? See, I needed more of
I
that in
used
my
to
heart.
I used to run from that shit though. The word vulnerability was like a cuss word. I'm not vulnerable. I'm not a
Mhm.
punk.
I agree. I agree. But you
Now,
cannot.
hmm,
Go ahead, Tanisha.
but when I embraced the vulnerability and seeing how powerful it was, it changed the whole narrative for me.
That's what we want for all women. We want
Absolutely.
them to embrace their powers, and it doesn't matter what you want to be. Here's what I am going to tell you. For me, using being the attraction, the magnet that draws things to me, is a very powerful position. But the masculine energy that gives and sacrifices himself, that shit is very fucking romantic. And my
Mhm.
wish for every woman that's hearing this is that you have the same evolutions that I've had, and that you're loved and you're worshipped, and that you receive the many see, you are a multi-orgasmic woman. Shit, as far as I'm concerned, you're supposed to be having a lot more than you are. But in order to receive them, you have to sink deeply into your feminine energy. So I want y'all to receive that. You came here and you said, shit, I'm gonna be a goddamn woman. So shit, get your orgasms. That's all we gotta say. We're gonna let y'all go. We're gonna let y'all go. Listen, we teach Cleopatra's Keys every Monday night at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. CST. If you want to join Cleopatra's Keys, all you have to do is put "Give me my keys" in the comments. Give me my keys, okay? And then Tanisha will give you a ticket and give you access information to come in and join us, okay? We
Absolutely.
absolutely adore you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.